Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? It's theRealKaaayle here, back with some Mortal Kombat 11 content, and today I have a very discussion-heavy video for you all today. Sorry about that, guys. I had a little gas. But, I'm doing this because we're now like a few days past the 1 year anniversary of MK11. We've had a lot of time with this game. We have some time to reflect. The honeymoon phase is way past. So now we can kind of evaluate this game as, as I think we're in the right place to truly evaluate this game now that all the DLC is out, and we can really like talk about this game in a very detailed manner. So for this video, as you can see by the title, is everything I love about MK11. This video is we're gonna focus only on the positives about Mortal Kombat 11. So, as you guys know, I like to encourage you guys to have discussions in the comment section, so I want you to do the same that I'm doing in this video. We're only going to talk about things that we like about MK11. Hold back your negativity, hold back the things that you don't like about MK11, because I'm going to be making another video next week, a follow-up, titled Everything I Hate About MK11. And you can save all that stuff in that video. But for this video, we're only going to be talking about things that we like. Alright, I'm only talking about things that we like, so I want you guys to do the same. There's probably going to be a few people who break the rules, but they're just not going to get any attention from me. I'm only going to give attention to the people that are talking positively about the game. That's the purpose of this video. So let's talk about what I love about this game. First thing, I'm gonna loop this under the umbrella of presentation. So the presentation of this game is immaculate, guys. I think graphically, in my opinion, MK11 is the best looking fighting game to date. Honestly, graphically, this game is insane. The Unreal Engine does this game wonders. The animations, I know NRS games get a lot of flack for animations, but this is the best animated game. I'm not saying everything is animated well, but they've come a long way from MK9 and Injustice 1. The graphics, like I said, amazing. The menus, the way the menus look, everything's so easy to navigate. They match the theme of this game. The intros and outros, I think we kind of do take for granted that this game, presentation wise, just is impeccable. No fighting game comes close. We have 4 separate intros, 4 separate outros for every character in this game, and it kind of sets up a story before each battle, and I really like that. This has the best fatalities in any Mortal Kombat game. I know fatalities is kind of like a thing to, that's what Mortal Kombat's about, and that's like, they did a really good job. I don't think they deserve a lot of credit. A lot of love and care was put into the way this game looks and the way it presents itself, and that's one of the reasons why why Mortal Kombat and NRS titles are so popular, because the way their games look, they just look bigger. I think fighting games as a whole, no fighting game has the presentation like NRS fighting games, and they make it feel more than just that, and that's why these games sell, because their presentation is off the wall. Alright, next thing I really like about MK11 is the story. I actually really enjoyed the single player in this game. One of the things I like about it, it's not very long. The story is about 5 hours. I really do think in a fighting game, the single player campaign, the story portion, should not be between 5 to 8 hours. It really should not be that long. It's a fighting game. Your only thing that you're going to be doing, the only gameplay is actually fighting. And the presentation, going back to the presentation, the way the story's set up, the production values, the cutscenes, the voice acting, the dialogue, the way you flow in and out of combat between cutscenes is just really good. There's some gripes about the story that I don't like. I don't like how, let's say, Raiden was, they hyped up Dark Raiden and he wasn't really prominent. Raiden as a whole is just kind of just shit the bed this game, but overall this story was really good. And spoiler alert for those who haven't finished it, the ending of this game really sets up the future of Mortal Kombat. It really does. They can do pretty much anything they want. They left them in a nice area so that they have so much creative freedom for the next game. And there's just so many great moments in the story because of callbacks to old MK characters. There's so much fan service. There's so much little moments, and for a game that has such a massive roster to like pretty much get almost every character get their shine in this game, even characters that don't normally get shine in Mortal Kombat games like Baraka, like Scarlet, Jade, Noob Saibot, to get like, you know, their 5 seconds of fame. You know, I think that's pretty impressive. They handled every character pretty well, and I do enjoy it. MK11 story is kind of rivals MK9 story for me. Definitely better than X's in my opinion. Next thing I really loved about MK11 is the KRYPT. The KRYPT in this game is fantastic. The KRYPT is really just a love letter to all Mortal Kombat fans. There's so much fan service in the KRYPT. I like that the KRYPT is in a way its own separate game, like a puzzle game. And there's always something, well, at least like when the game first came out, I spent a lot of time in the KRYPT. Like after like a long playing session online or playing towers, and I racked up points, I went to the KRYPT and, you know, I grinded the KRYPT. I did all the heads. You know, I do think some things are a bit too grindy. We're going to talk about that in the everything I dislike about MK11. But the KRYPT overall, I like the fact that you can see different things that happen throughout the MK history. I like that it has this big exploration factor. I like, you know, overall the way it looks. They really did not have to make a third-person adventure game in the KRYPT. I kind of hope there's like a DLC for the KRYPT where they like open new areas or something like that. But I thought the KRYPT was a fantastic idea. I know some people would like it to go back to a regular, you know, menu where you just unlock things, but nah, there's no way. I like how they're expanding the KRYPT to be like this interactive experience. So thank you, Renos, for that. The KRYPT in this game is phenomenal. Now we're getting into more controversial territory, but I really like the roster at MK11. This game has it is missing some fan favorites, but I think we have to be thankful. Take a step back and look at who is in this game, y'all. Cabal, Baraka. Let it be known, when Baraka was revealed in that first gameplay trailer, everyone was hyped. Noob Saibot is in this game, y'all. Noob Saibot is in this game. Shang Tsung is back. Nightwolf is back. Sindel is back. Frost is back. Everybody was clamoring and fiending for Jade in MKX. Jade is back. Y'all know how I feel about Jade, but I'm actually happy she's in the game as a character. Scarlet made a return. We got classic MKX characters that came back. Kodal is here. Devora is here. Aaron is here. The DLC was phenomenal. I think the DLC package was great. Spawn is here. Joker. The Terminator. The freaking Terminator is here. And as for the roster, I think this is the most characters I play in any NRS game. Like, there's just so many cool characters to choose from in this game. Really, there really are a lot of characters to choose from. And I'm very thankful for the roster. And for those people who are still out here asking for Rain, Smoke, Melina, like, I can understand. I would have liked to see those characters as well, but for what we've got, I think they did a perfect job. The roster is always going to be something that's not going to please everybody, but for one, I like this roster a lot. Next thing I like about MK11 a lot, I feel like this is something that I don't think a lot of people like to give this game credit for, but the stages in this game are fantastic. There's so many. I remember the first time I saw the stage menu in this game when I first got it at midnight. I was just like, whoa, there are so many stages in this game, and there's a ton of them, and the stages look beautiful. The tournament stage, the fact that they customized the stage based on what major tournament is going on for the game at the time, I think that was a really cool idea. Seeing the arcades in the background with the classic MK gauges on arcades machines, I think that was just a brilliant idea. Some of my favorite stages, I like the Shirai Ryu Fire Garden, amazing looking stage. The Wuxi Dragon Grotto, I love that stage. Kotal's Coliseum, the Black Dragon Fight Club, the Special Forces Arena is really good. The Tank Garage Bunker, the prehistoric version of the Hourglass. These stages are really good. I think people just want classic MK stages. I would like to see, it would have been nice to probably have the pit, maybe even the acid, like the Deadpool or something, but for brand new stages, they did a lot. There's a lot of going on in the stages, the backgrounds. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get new stages in this game, because stages take a long time to make it in fighting games. So the fact that they did this was just amazing. Stages are fantastic. Alright, so I really like the customization in this game as well. And when I'm talking about customization, the skins and the gear, I like how they look. Some characters, they definitely got, you know, better looking gear. They have more diversity than other characters, but overall, I like the idea of being able to create your own look for your character. I think that is way better than just giving us skins like in the previous Mortal Kombat games. And obviously this was very adopted from Injustice 2, and it is a watered down version of the gear system from Injustice 2, but I'm glad that gear doesn't attribute to stats like how it does in Injustice 2. And overall, I do think like you can really make some unique skins in this game, and some characters have some pretty cool skins overall. And there's just a lot of them. There's a lot to choose from. They're adding more. Granted, I think some of them are really just colorization swaps, but I think having more color swaps is better than just having just a few skins. Honestly, I like having, you know, kind of like 5 different skins, but then you could change colors and then changing like little pieces of gear. I think that was a very good idea, and there's a lot of combinations really. No two characters really look exactly the same in my opinion, and you'd be hard pressed to find someone that really looks exactly like you. Like, I think they did a pretty good job for the most part with customization in MK11. Next, I actually do like custom variations, guys. I actually do like it. I think most people play customs in this game. At this point now, I do think there are definitely setups that are broken, but that's because it's not getting attention, because they're focusing on the variation system that they have right now going on for tournament settings. But I do think if they looked at each move, they really thought about different combinations, and they really balanced each move for every variation, for every character, customs could be a lot of fun. It will add to a lot of variety in this game. There's just pretty cool setups in it, honestly. I like seeing different styles of play. It really just adds to the game, to be honest. I kind of do think that this was definitely the vision for the game. I kind of just wish they stuck to it, but I understand that this would have been a lot of work for them to balance. But custom variations, you know, when you do play it, it is actually pretty fun, and I think more people need to give its attention to that, and they'll realize how fun MK11 actually is when they play with custom variations. Alright, now we're even getting into even more controversial territory, but crushing blows was a fantastic idea. Fantastic. So I've noticed that in each game there's always been like there's some new kind of gameplay mechanic that they introduced that kind of defines the game, and crushing blows is the one in this game. So MK9 had X-rays and the meter burn special moves. MKX was the variation system and brutalities. MK11 is crushing blows and I guess custom variations, but it's mostly crushing blows in this game. They just add to the aesthetic of Mortal Kombat. There's some really cool looking crushing blows. They look brutal. They look fun. They're fun to do. They're not hard to keep track of at all. I think that was a big thing that a lot of people were worried about. It was just too situational. But I also think that people need to realize that because of crushing blows, you can get higher damage combos than you could have in previous MK games. MKX, a bread and butter combo, was just like about 30, like high 20s to like low 30%, probably like 33% for a bread and butter. But if you do a crushing blow combo in MK11, your combo damage hits over 40, and I think that just makes a lot of fun. And the balance for it is good, allowing you to only use it once per match. I think that is good. So you have to keep track of when to use it in your game and be conscious of what your opponent can do as a crushing blow. It definitely adds to the gameplay in my perspective. I do think some things could be a little bit balanced, but overall I would like to see this return in the next Mortal Kombat, and hopefully they expand upon this feature in the future. Next, this is a more recent feature that has been added into MK11. I really like the crossplay. Crossplay is in beta form right now, so you only could do it between PS4 and Xbox. But this is really setting a precedent for fighting games and just multiplayer games in the future. The fact that the crossplay works so well in this game, I can play against a PlayStation player or Xbox player and pretty much have the same experience. If not, sometimes a better experience. It all depends on the player connection online. The crossplay is fantastic, and it just expands the player pool. Thank you, NRS, for adding this. Hopefully that this is now the new standard going forward, and I think that because of crossplay, they're setting a new standard for fighting games. I think if crossplay is not in the next NRS title, I think that's going to be a big disappointment. Hopefully, maybe in the future of this game, or the next title, they'll have crossplay amongst all the systems, no matter what you have. And just coming off of crossplay, I think we have to give a lot of credit to the net play of this game. This is the best fighting game netcode in any game. The GGPO is really, really good. As long as both players have very good connection, the netcode is fantastic. The net play is great. The fact that you could even play this game online consistently, there's some fighting games that you really just cannot play online. I think we have to be thankful that you can play this game online pretty well for the most part. It really just depends on the connections of both players, but the netcode in this game is fantastic. And next, I would have to say I really enjoy the balance of this game. The balance of this game is really freaking good. As far as the tournament variations go, and I did my tier list recently. My tier list, it was very hard to make that tier list because I feel like everybody in this game is viable. There's really no character that you can't. There's characters obviously you're gonna have to put in more work with, and there's characters that are easier to play than others, but if you put in time into a character, you can do well with them. And this game is very matchup heavy, so it all depends on the player's skill and their knowledge of the game. The balance in this game is really, really well. I would say this is the most balanced NRS game to date. There's a few outliers, but I like that they haven't patched the game like every other month or every other week like how they did with MKX. I think it's kind of paying off. They're just doing slow and steady nerfs to not to completely change the meta up on the players all the time, because that was one of the reasons why it was kind of hard to play MKX sometimes, because everything was changing every minute. You could say, I guess in your defense, you could say that kept the game interesting and fresh, but I think having a more stable balance in a game makes the game transcend much further, at least in my opinion. So yeah, the balance in MK11 is fantastic. And this brings me to my final point in this video. So I really, really enjoy the overall bigger focus on the neutral play. So the overall gameplay of MK11, I just love the way the game actually plays. The game plays fantastic. I love that there's no run button, so you can just get in for free. I didn't like the input too much in MKX either way. I like that there's more longer range advancing moves. I like that there's less mixes, so you kind of I like something about figuring out how to open up your opponent and getting whiff punishes is just so satisfying in this game, and that's one of the reasons why I still continue to play it. Just the gameplay to me is just very good. I do like the pacing of it. Some people like to say this game is slow. I don't think this game is slow. I think the game's pacing is perfect for this game specifically. It's literally perfect. I think if this game was a bit faster, it'd probably throw things off. And I think if this game was a bit slower, the game would be too slow. This game, they found the perfect spacing and the perfect speed for this game. Once they improved the dashes from the beta, the game plays pretty damn good, and I really do like that. I kind of hope that the next NRS game kind of expands on this, but just having maybe a little bit faster, just spice up the move sets of the characters a bit more, and that's really about it. So yeah, I like a more strike throw based fighting game. I like being rewarded for neutral. I really do feel like you can get away with things. You get away with things in any things in this game, but for the most part, the player with this best neutral, the best game plan, is gonna be the victor in this game. And that is it, y'all. That is literally everything that I love about MK11. I guess I'll throw in a bonus one real quick. I do like this game soundtrack. I didn't want to, like, you know, necessarily, I think that goes in the presentation as well. But and also I don't want to get, you know, I don't want to have to find music and copyright. But yeah, I think I gave about like 12 different points. So we have presentation, the story, the KRYPT, the roster, stages, customization, custom variations, crushing blows, the neutral play, the crossplay, the netcode, and the balance of the game. Those are things that I really, really love about MK11. So hope you guys can, you know, feel free to agree or disagree. But what I mostly want you guys to do is post in the comment section and tell me everything you love about MK11. Focus on the things that you like about the game. If it's only a few, only write like a couple things. But hey, I just want to, like, you know, focus on positivity. It's a 1-year anniversary of this game. I'm very thankful for this game. It's done wonders for my channel, and I still enjoy playing it. I'm not bored of this game just yet. I think there's a bright future for this game. Ed Boon has said in a recent interview, saying that one of the things that he wants for this game is to being a lot of custom variations in tournament play, and the support for this game, it seems like it's going to be a lot longer than truly a lot longer than any NRS title. So let me know what you guys think. Remember, only focus on the things that you like about the game right now. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Stay real out there. Peace.